Hey guys! Welcome back to Girls Like Us Talk. This week we are going to be talking about social media and all the positive and negative things that come with that, you know, personal experiences. And I think sharing that and discussing this as a topic will probably resonate with a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's, I don't know, just so much surrounding it, so much that comes with it, so much that you've got to do, like, every day, just kind of natural headspace.
Yeah.
What do you think social media... what's your personal experience with social media?
For the most part, it's been quite positive.
Yeah.
But there's definitely, like, negatives to it, and that might not be because of, like, you.
No.
It's other people. Like, most of the time, like, I'm not saying all of the time it is due to other people, but, like, trolls.
Yeah.
Like, that's a breeding ground
and I
for
think
trolls.
there's just, like, a natural... Like, we're always gonna... It's a natural instinct for all humans to compare. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, comparison is one of the biggest things that we deal with every single day. And you can work on yourself to care less.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be something, you know.
Yeah,
like,
there was definitely, like, a time where, you know, I would compare myself to a lot of these girls who have got money, they're getting surgeries, like...
Yeah.
Just your average girl, like, I'm not going to go get a BBL surgery, like that.
Don't need it, girl. You don't need it.
But I do feel like, especially for just young people who are still learning,
Finding their feet.
yeah, like finding their way in the world, I feel like it can be dangerous and it can be a good thing. Like, I feel like there's a lot more positive things out on social media nowadays than there used to be, because
I think that is also because the way that kind of influencers are heading, you've not just got influencers showing off their outfits, which
there's
are,
like,
you know, it's all designer, like
mental health
yeah.
gurus, people who just talk about life, but in,
and
like,
people
a positive
sharing
way.
like the positives versus, you know, like Instagram versus reality, like
Yeah.
those sort of things. I think for me, as you know, sometimes I like to just go off grid and delete all social media apps, giving no
I'm
one
like,
any
Robin,
warning.
why aren't you answering me?
It's all gone. My phone is empty. And do you know what worries me the most when I do that is comparing my screen time. Like, it's not healthy.
Screen time is a shocker.
It's disgusting, actually.
Yeah.
But no, I think for me, when I do go off grid, it's my way of being like, okay, I can see a downward spiral right about now. Just going to take myself off.
But it's
I have
good that
no
you,
way
like,
of...
recognise that.
Oh, for sure. And it is, like, one of the biggest changes that I've kind of made just to a daily routine, you know. And also, like, when I wake up, not going on my phone. Like, I don't allow myself to go on my phone first thing. Like,
I'm
my alarm...
so bad for that. I am so bad for
I will
that.
have a bad day if I do that.
Really?
Yeah, like, I know instantly I'm going to have a shit day. So I'll wake up, turn my alarm off, and, like, I may just lay there with my eyes closed or with my eyes open, just having a little think. But then I literally just get out of bed. Like, you know, I can't lay in bed on here. Like, I just can't do it.
I know what you're like.
But yeah, like, do you think you would ever take time off social media?
I have done, but I think it's when I was being quite dramatic. Like, I wanted to make a statement, and, like, it really wasn't needed.
Guys, do you want to come find me? Because you can't.
Literally no one cared. And I was like, just so you know, I've taken a break off social media, and everyone's like, Nisha, we don't care. And I'm like, okay.
Oh,
But
no, I cared.
I don't think it affects me that much.
No.
Which is a good thing, and I do understand, like, for other people may not be like me, and it will really affect them, and that's, like, obviously everyone's different. But if something's annoying me, I won't go on it for a few hours.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way I work with things. And I also, like, I enjoy social media quite a lot of the time because I follow, like, all these cool people.
I don't think that's a bad thing to admit, though. Like, a lot of, like, gym inspo, outfit inspo, just, like, things to do. Like, I take a lot of inspiration from people I follow on Instagram.
Watching makeup tutorials, like, that gives me so much joy.
Content, like, creating content, like, we create content. Like, it's part of people's lives.
Yeah.
And I think that is why social media is such a good thing.
Agreed.
But then, of course, you get, you know, like, football teams having to come off because of the racial hate it's just disgusting when, and it just, those type of things is what makes me want to just completely come off. Because, like, when I do take breaks, it's not necessarily because oh my God, there's this one person that I follow that is getting in my head. No one would ever get in my head like that. Like if someone is genuine, I'll unfollow them. Like it's not hard. I just think when I start to realise, oh, it's like absorbing too much of my time, I'm like, okay, I need to come away.
Yeah. And that is good to think like that.
But I do have some questions.
Oh, let's
that I thought. So, do you think social media has ever harmed your mental health?
I would say yes, but not severely. I would say it is kind of just, you know, when you're like 18 and like I am seeing all these girls with like big boobs, big bum, and that's what the boys like. And like, obviously I was never like unhappy with my appearance, but it did make me compare myself, and I didn't like that. So all those girls that I was following that looked like that, I unfollowed them because I was like, that's not okay to
be thinking that way.
Yeah.
Or to be harming yourself
because of the way
because
someone else looks. Because I'm not like them.
No.
Like, and that's what I needed to remind myself. Like, I'm Anisha. I'm not
and that
anyone
doesn't mean
else.
they can't. That doesn't mean they can't continue posting those.
Oh
sorts
yeah,
of things,
of course.
If
like,
that's obviously real, like we don't want to see fakeness. But like, it's recognizing if that person is not good for my mental health, following them and their journey, like just unfollow. Like it's not impossible.
And the thing is, I cannot stand is these people with like, obviously I'm not against plastic surgery. If that's what makes you happy, then do it.
Yeah.
But don't be one of those people selling flat tummy tea when you've got surgery to get a flat tummy. Like, because young children, like young adults who don't know the difference, are going to be taking flat tummy tea because they think it's going to help them. And then they're not seeing the difference.
Trust me, that stuff is not good for you.
And they're not going to be seeing a difference, and then they're going to get frustrated within themselves, and it's not even their problem.
And can start a spiral of issues.
Exactly, yeah.
So then do you think social media is a scandal?
It can be. I feel like a lot of the time now it is, because, like, I don't know, people portray themselves very differently on social media.
Yeah.
Like, if you looked at my Instagram, half the time I'm in a tracksuit. Like, it's just like little
hair
things
in a
like
bun,
that. Literally,
no makeup.
no makeup. Like, Instagram Anisha and Anisha in real life are two very different people, and I understand that is basically the same for everyone. But I feel like when you have a lot of followers and people care about what you think and what you say, you need to carry yourself correctly.
You need to be aware that
people are looking up to you, and something you do will make a difference in someone's life. So you can't be like doing silly stuff because someone's going to follow that. But what about you?
A scandal. I think when it comes to the racism that we see on accounts and the fact that these social media giants are not stepping up, they are not doing enough. I truly believe there's something there that is scandalous. Like that cannot be legit, because we want to live in a world where everyone should be safe online.
Yeah.
No one should have to wake up and receive these disgusting messages, but they are, and these accounts are getting away with it. There needs to be something like when you set up an account, a photo. You need to have a photo of yourself.
Do you know who's been like an advocate for that? Is that the right word? Yeah. Steve the Madman.
Oh, yeah.
The amount of stuff he gets is disgusting, about his own children as well, and like his wife.
Just awful.
The most gorgeous family. I'm like obsessed with them. I think they're amazing.
He's hilarious.
Yeah. And he's like making steps to actually create like a safer thing for Instagram and social media in
Instagram
general.
are not doing enough for these people.
They're not.
The fact that like the whole of like football teams, Premier League, literally have to come off and then
make a statement,
and then a day later Raheem Sterling is still receiving racial hate. Like how can they make such a big statement by not posting, all these footballers, all these advocates for football, like, and it's still continuing.
But the thing is, as well, it's like, it's the people that are doing it. They're never going to stop just because these football teams are like...
No, but they're not doing it for these people. They're doing it for
like
the rich.
I know that. But they're not going to care. It's money, isn't it? Like, they're not going to care about people's feelings. And that's the awful thing about social media in general.
That is scary. Like, that genuinely terrifies me. Like, what has gone so wrong in your life that you genuinely feel like you can write a message like that, read it, and be like,
send it. That's all right to send.
How? Like, what?
It's like, even when you look in comment sections, you see, like, all the Geordie Shore girls, they've all had a lot of plastic surgery. And they've all openly said it's because of trolls that they felt the need to change their appearance.
And but, like, they still receive it now.
Like, why are people, like, focus on yourself?
Yeah.
Why are you that bothered about someone else's life that has nothing to do with you? If they're getting a boob job, are they your boobs to be worried about? No.
Are you going to be receiving looks because you've... No. Like, and also... all that energy that you were putting into someone else,
you could be putting
that into yourself, and you'll be
and making yourself
an
a better
human
person
being.
Instead of giving people hate online, because it's disgusting.
That's it. That is literally it. Mic drop. So we, I know we didn't put that on social media. I was just about to say.
No, I also think the thing is with social media is filters. Now, this is like a very talked about thing. I don't know whether boys think about it as much as girls. But I know, like, a lot of, like Khloe Kardashian, she's had it a lot. And I follow... I can't remember what her name is. I can't remember what the influencer's called. But she's said, like, the difference between your face with filters and, like, normally. And people are going to be like, I want to look like the filter 24/7. But you're not going to look like that because that's computerized.
And just changing how you're... Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll use, like, on Instagram stories, you know, like, just a filter, like...
Oh, those funky filters. Yeah.
But on using the airbrush thing and, like, totally changing your skin, like, it is completely normal to wake up with a spot. Like, it is normal.
That's actually one thing I was going to talk about. Carry on.
And I think totally getting rid of those, that's only going to harm your mental health when people see you in person and just think you don't look like that.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is, obviously when I was 13 up until about 19 years old, I had acne, like quite severe acne, really, really bad. And Snapchat filters was like a thing for me to hide behind, and like you wouldn't see my acne scars, you wouldn't see my acne at all. So like,
did that make you more scared than when you had to go out in public?
Yeah,
though?
So like it would make me pile on more makeup, and I shouldn't have had to feel like that, but I did. And I also feel like you doing that, like, kind of defeats the whole point of, like, spots being normal.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Because every time I took a picture, there was a filter on my face, like, without a doubt, every single time.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I'm going out normally and, like, you can tell, like, people look at you like, oh, she didn't look like that on Snapchat. And
but
I'm
you
just
shouldn't
there,
have
like,
to be worrying.
Yeah.
But obviously you're doing that for a reason, because you are insecure about the way that your face looks, because you've never seen it normalised on social media. And, like, social media did come into, like, our lives when we were probably about 12, 13.
Yep.
I think I was 13, actually, 13, maybe even 14. And, yeah, it was like all of a sudden to talk to someone, you were taking photos of yourself to send a message. And, like, when you think about that, going from just texting someone to, like, Snapchatting someone, every, like, what your each response is like a photo of your face or a snap of something. It's a mad concept.
You'd be, like, in bed, like, with the camera, like,
you just become so obsessed with taking photos of yourself. Like, I do think that is where social media has, like, harmed us.
Yeah.
And even looking in a mirror and the way someone looks at you, you don't see my face how I see my face in a mirror.
Yeah.
So, like, when you take a photo on the camera and you're just a bit like, ugh, oh my God, and it flips you. And
I'm like, what is that?
Why is my eye up here and my lip down here? Like, why is my face lopsided? So, yeah, I think it has harmed us a lot in that way.
I'd be interested to, so obviously, like, to our listeners and, like, people who are watching, let us know, like, what you think of social media.
Yeah, it would be really
and
interesting.
Whether it's affected you in any way, because it would actually be... I think it'd be nice for other people to hear, like, because, like I've just said, like, when I had acne, I never saw other girls with acne on Instagram.
No.
And now I follow, like, a girl.
It would take someone brave to, like, step out and take photos of themselves.
And I do follow a girl, and she has acne and she openly talks about it, and I'm just like, I think you're amazing, because it takes so much, like, bravery to, like, put it out there and be like, do you know what, I don't care what anyone thinks, I'll talk about it, I'll show you it. And I'm just like, I wish I'd had that when I was younger, because it would have made so much difference to my self-confidence.
I do think there is a lot, like, on the shoulders of influencers to make that difference, because...
But again, then that's another negative of social media, because they're normal people as well.
Yeah, they shouldn't have that pressure. But I suppose, you know, when you start making content that you think is going to go somewhere and it starts going somewhere, I suppose at the end of the day, you have to be prepared for what that comes with.
Yeah.
And if that is going to come with an audience that are watching and they're thinking... Oh, like, and that doesn't mean don't wear makeup. That doesn't mean, like, you can't, like, we are never going to look the same as when we wake up first thing in the morning. Like, no one does. But I do feel like there are levels to what you will have to post compared to someone that isn't an influencer or Instagram famous or something like that.
Yeah, I agree. It's actually, like, it's just such a... This subject
Imagine social media didn't exist.
I don't think the world would be lost. Actually, no, because we wouldn't know what we would have lost. We wouldn't know what we would have had.
But, so like, I don't know, being in contact with certain people, like, there are certain people... So when I take breaks off social media, my group of people that I regularly talk to changes. It's so weird, because, like, there are some people that will only reach out to me on Snap, and then if I don't tell them I'm deleting Snap... Maybe I'll get a message like, have you deleted Snap? And I'm like, yeah, sorry, Donna Robin. Yeah. But, like, if not, I hate talking on Snap, though. Like, I hate talking on social media. It's like, text me or WhatsApp me if you really have to. But, like, just text. Like, I don't understand. Like,
the people that I'm closest to know, like, if you want to have a conversation with me, WhatsApp or iMessage, that is the best, because I can't hold a conversation on social media, because after a while, I just stop checking. I don't know why. I just, like... And recently I've been worse at that.
I don't save chats, so, like, if they're gone after 24 hours, like, I don't know what
I forget.
I don't know. Because I do try and minimise, even when I do have socials, I still try and minimise my screen time every day, because...
Maybe I should start doing that.
It all gets in my head a little bit too much, to be honest. But Instagram is definitely, like, my most used app.
Same here. Actually, no, Twitter is...
Do you think?
Yeah, I'm obsessed with it. It's just the funny videos for me.
No, it is, like, I am obsessed with Twitter, but I don't know, I just feel like there's more content to watch on Instagram and, like, more to be in.
But what's the thing where they've done, like, on Instagram that only, like, certain people come up on your...
Yeah, well, this is it. It's a scandal.
Literally. It's a scam!
It's all a scam.
No, but yeah, I get fed up of seeing the same people, and I'm just like, let me go to Twitter. It's more fun there. It's a fun environment, Twitter.
Twitter's a scary world at the same time, though. Like,
there are some questionable things
Twitter
on
beef
Twitter.
Is too much sometimes.
But I'm just there, like...
Just sipping my tea.
Watching, like, with little binoculars.
But yeah, I think, like, that is kind of... I mean, you could, like you said, you could go off...
on a tangent. It's a very wide topic.
It is, and there's so much that comes with it. So I feel like it's a debate which would involve a huge amount of people. Like, every single person that has social media would have an opinion on it. So it would be interesting to get in touch. Give us a little message about what you think.
Yeah, so give us a message on our Instagram, Girls Like Us Talk. You can leave a little comment. Why did I sound like that?
What did you say?
Like, Kwame.
I didn't even hear
that. Oh my gosh. You can leave a little comment.
If you want.
Under this YouTube video. If you'd like, just, you know, like, start a discussion, like, is social media always a good thing?
Do you think it's a scam we're all being sucked into?
Gosh, let's not get into that. We're going to have conspiracy theories.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But thank you very much for listening to another episode of Girls Like Us Talk. We'll be back next week to talk to you guys more.
Bye. Bye.